Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now today we're going to be taking another look at Project Motor Racing. Now this game was released in November 2025 and I think we can all agree that it wasn't a great launch. Personally, I felt quite let down because I bought into all the hype. And I think I was one of the first to openly say that it wasn't very good, before it became fashionable to actually have a pop at Project Motor Racing. But I said in that video that I was going to take another look when it had quite a few updates. So we're now in the middle of February 2026, almost 3 months since launch, and we are now at version 1.6.0. And since its launch, it's had numerous patches, numerous updates, so things should now be a bit better. So for this second look at Project Motor Racing, I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to run on a single screen. I've mapped all the buttons. I've mapped all the controls, so I know everything works. And we're just going to jump on track and see how we get on. So here we are then, Silverstone in the BMW M4 GT3. Now, I have driven this car quite a bit recently on Le Mans Ultimate, and I've also done some testing back-to-back on iRacing to compare LMU and iRacing. So this is a perfect opportunity to take it out on track here. So we're using the default setup. Now, graphically, sitting here now, I think it looks really good. I don't think it looks bad at all. Let's get out on track. Turn the pit limiter off. So we'll just have a little cruise.
All clear.
So yeah, graphically, it looks pretty good. It's running nice and smoothly. I've got some weights in the force feedback. Motion's working okay. I think the car sounds nice and throaty. Sounds good. That does sound good. Although there's not much feeling on the front end still. And I didn't feel the back end going there. Yeah, the front end feels really numb. A little bit of oversteer there. That rev limiter cutting quite aggressively there. Yeah, front end's numb. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any front end. And that was the same feeling the last time that I tried it as well. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any connection with the steering wheel and the front end. But we'll get some heat into the tyres. That might change. I do like the way it looks though. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how it feels on corner entry. Yeah, I've no idea that that's sliding there. I'm only going off what I can see. Loads of understeer, but that could be setup related, so I'm not going to criticise that too much because I totally forgot what gear I was in then. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't realise. It just didn't feel natural there. Let's keep going though. It's just ploughing. Is that gonna go if I back off? Yeah. It's almost like still there's no feeling of weight to the car, although we can see the motion's moving, so something's being simulated. But when I'm turning, I'm not getting any load on the force feedback. I'm trying to be positive here. It looks really good. It's running really smooth. So, I mean, I am running it on a single screen to give it its best chance, as a lot of people will be. See, the feedback that I got then was through the motion rather than the steering wheel. And I could run this steering wheel profile. Yeah, I can't feel the front. I could run this steering wheel profile through LMU, iRacing, Race Room, and it would be all right. It would be passable. Let's try and push the car. See what it's like when I push him. Oh my word, that was terrible. Like, just the way it stopped there felt awful. Like, totally unrealistic. There's just no load. There's just no load on the front end. And I'm a little bit surprised that it doesn't really feel any different to the last time I tried it. It's like as if, like the gearbox, like just the way you decelerate there, it's as if I've stopped pushing now because I don't like it. It's as if the gearbox isn't connected to the engine. No, the transmission, it's as if it's not doing anything. And there's a weird delay on the throttle pedal. Like a weird... Like a weird delay. Is there? There is. There's a definite delay there. I wonder if that's it. I wonder if it's because some weird physics things with how the transmission and engine are modelled. Yeah, there's a weird delay there. It's as if it only accelerates when you're past. You can see the input there. Did you see that then? Hang on a second. Let's explore this a little bit further. That's weird. So we're still accelerating, so it is doing something. Look what I'm doing with the throttle there. That should be accelerating more than that. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's as if... Is it like a canned audio? Is the audio not actually connected physics-wise to the actual transmission engine? Yeah, look at that. I'm not accelerating. I should be accelerating there, surely. I'm a tiny bit. I'm actually slowing down. So the clutch, that's all right. Right, brake. There's no delay on the brake, that's slowing down. Look at that. That's weird. So fourth gear. Hang on, let's get round this straight. That's it, it's a bit mental that. Let's get round here. So we'll sit at 100. Fifth gear. So it pulls in fifth, right, at 100. Right. So it's not really accelerating. I know it's a bit of a weird test, but sim racing's all about these little micro inputs. Right, so we haven't accelerated past 100. Right. I'm going to have to test that on iRacing and LMU to see what it does. I wonder if that's why it feels like there's a disconnect. No, I wonder if that's why it snaps when you don't expect it, because there's some kind of weird delay. Right, let's try another. Oh, crikey. Let's try another car. Right, here we go then. Mazda MX-5 Lime Rock Park. Now, I remember being quite critical about this car when I looked at Project Motor Racing, and there was a complete disconnect between what I was doing and what the car was doing. I remember saying that there was no feeling at all of weight in the car. Let's see if that's changed. Again, it looks pretty good. It's no different. It doesn't feel any different. Again, the audio's weird. It's like a... So this, when I lift off, the car is slowing down. Right, I'll just lift off here. You can see the speed going down. But there doesn't seem to be any engine braking. Yeah, I'm lifting off there. Look at that. That is... I don't have any assists on, by the way. At all. It just... I mean, I know it's not a rally car, but the rear of the car should do something. Yeah, there's like a weird lag again with the gear changes and... Yeah, it's like the gearbox isn't doing anything. Hang on. Look at that. I'm slowing down. And then it kicks in. That is... Why is that doing that? Right, I'm going to map something else to the throttle just to kind of make sure it's not my pedals. Right, so that is now, the clutch is now my accelerator. Still the same with the clutch as an accelerator. It's like a delay. Not on the brake. Brake's fine. It would seem. Right. That's weird. Right, so there's no delay with the pedal because you can see the input. You can see my foot moving. So it's not the input. Why does it need a little bit of time? That's really bad. That's really bad. Right, I'm going to load iRacing up now. Test drive. Actually, we'll load the BMW M4 whilst we're here at Silverstone. Right, we're still on a single screen. Let's see if it slows down. When we're going in a straight line. Fourth gear, I think we were doing it. Yeah. The difference is night and day. Right, let's just get round here. Fourth gear. Was it fourth, fifth? I don't know, we'll try it with both. Right. Accelerating. Fifth gear. Accelerating. So it's doing something. Try it in the Mazda. Look how much when you turn the steering, the back starts to slide. And a Mazda MX-5 is like that in pretty much every simulator because it's so soft and the weight moves round and throws the car. I've never known anything so far off what something should feel like. Right, I'm going to get on the straight and we're going to try this weird... See if there's a delay with the Mazda. See if it accelerates. I can't remember what gear we were in again, but we'll know if it's different. Right, well, we were doing 60 before. I can't remember. It's the delay. It's like the gearbox or the transmission isn't modelled correctly. It's not. The physics are off. It's like the speed is I don't know how they've worked it out, but it's just not. It's not right. It's not simulated. Weird. Let's try Le Mans Ultimate just to tick all the boxes. Right, all I want to try here is to see if there's any delay, if the car will still accelerate. Because we know it does on iRacing, in the BMW M4 and in the Global Mazda. See if it does it on LMU. Or is this the same as Project Motor Racing? Let's have a look. Doesn't seem to be any delay that I can notice. So it was about 100 kilometers an hour, wasn't it? Fourth gear. Still accelerating. As you would expect. You would expect to be still accelerating. How have Project Motor Racing got that so wrong? Fifth gear, let's try. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Project Motor Racing. It's embarrassing. So there we go. 3 months down the line, version 1.6. Unfortunately for me, Project Motor Racing is still a stinker. In my opinion, there's still no feeling of weight transfer, and I've discovered that weird delay with the accelerator. That's probably why it snaps when I'm not expecting it to. Graphically, I think it looks better than it did the first time I looked at it, but the replays is still absolutely terrible. And I can't believe they're actually trying to charge people for DLC. If you wanted to buy the base game and the Season 1 pass and some DLC, it's going to cost you about £90, which is an absolute joke. So I'm a man of my word. I said I would revisit it, and I think I've given it enough time to improve. But for me, Project Motor Racing just needs to keep heading for the light, because this game is now being uninstalled and I will never ever touch it again. So let me know down below in the comments what you think of Project Motor Racing. Has it grown on you? Do you think it's better than it was? Do you play it? I just think any other racing simulator on the market is a better option. But as always, thanks for watching. Have a great week. See you later. Cheers.